What's going on? It's Fist, bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. And I'm here to talk about something that in the last two videos you've seen in overtime in Call of Duty. Now this is the idea that if we were to brainstorm and I wasn't at Call of Duty and I was like, yo, if I'm going to steal some ideas from a game, this is the idea that I would implement into the game. And let me go ahead and explain it to you while you're watching it. Let me go ahead and break down some of the history from the other ideas and why they're not so good. So you have dolphin diving, which when you dolphin dive, it first of all, the main problem with dolphin diving, it's in between the animations of standing and prone. So, and on top of that, it could be accidentally hit. You know, you hit the directional key, the analog button, or the analog, and your character goes flying, you're stuck in the animation. Once you land, you're dead. It's really a bad addition to the game. Now they're talking about adding sliding, which is the same thing as dolphin diving. The only difference is instead of flying through the air, you are sliding on the ground. But you're still caught in the animation, and you can still accidentally do it. So it's pretty terrible. Then they're talking about contextual, seamless leaning. So basically, you go up next to the wall. You don't have to press no buttons. Well, actually, you still do. You have to, once you go into aim, you can shoot somebody. So the point being is that people are going to camp walls, camp lines of sight. The addition of this is going to be terrible. It's going to slow down the game. It's really not very immersive idea. Immersive means to keep the flow of the game going. That's the point of ideas. And then lastly but not least is vaulting. Vaulting, it was you had to press a button. So I'm going to replace that with this. Instead of using vaulting, let's just keep the button as dexterity, and that's already something we already had, and so why even go through to that? And here's my proposal. So you see this type of move where it is a dip. It's kind of like a dip strafing move. And here's my idea to it. In first person, if you're running or walking, you can dip strafe. Whichever way you want to dip, and it's a continuous motion. It's immersive. It keeps the gameplay going. Now, how do you combat this from somebody continuously abusing this dip strafe move? And it would have a cooldown. So there would be a meter underneath your mini map or wherever, because they put the northwest south information. Like nobody ever uses that on the mini map. So if you're using the strafe, the dip strafe option, and I would also make it an option in the game so that if you wanted to use it, you could use it. If you didn't want to use it, you could turn it off. So if you did want to use it, it would be great, because it would give you the option to either, you know, you can dip strafe, and this is like real world awesome immersion. This is perfect, because a lot of times when somebody starts shooting, what's the first thing you do? You dip for cover, and then you go to strafe to shoot. You know, you're not going to dive out of the way and then, like, pull yourself off the ground and say, oh, where's it shooting at? No. You have, like, few seconds to think about it, and the whole point is to dip to the left or dip to the right or dip forward and then turn to shoot. And it's all one continuous motion. It's immersive. That's the whole point of adding this in there. And the whole thing is I combat it by the fact that, you know, I give it a cooldown. So you can't sit there and abuse it. So I think that's a great move. I mean, it's a continuation of the walk or run. It's not putting you to the ground, and you can come out of it. And it has a cooldown. It's an amazing, and it's with it, and it has short frame startup. So that way, if you see a sniper, you can dip into a strafe move, and a sniper would actually have to aim at you. And everybody can eat their cake and play too. You see what I'm saying? This is a great idea. This is the idea. This is the place that I would steal it from. Anyways, there you go. My dip strafe move should be in the game. Till next time, it's your boy Fist. I'm out.